Why are they staying in here? Because I'm pretty sure I just win this. They can't bubble me down. I already landed one Trailblaze. If they shield this one... Oh, they don't even shield it. What the heck is happening? Okay, well, I'm just going to farm this down and flip switch, I guess. I don't know what they have in the back, though. I hope it's like a Typhlosion. I can't believe it. I can't believe they actually just came in Typhlosion when I said that. Wait, hold on. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Day number 2 here of Go Battle Week, where I play every single battle, all 100, and upload it daily to YouTube. So here we are, and you all know the drill, so we're going to just hop right into it because there's a lot of footage to go through, and if you don't know why I'm doing this, check out my last video. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my league guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. To kick things off with this video, I decided to run a carping team. I also sped up the footage to 3.5 speed, so it's gonna be pretty quick. Yeah, I'm just trying out the team and trying to figure out like what the best ways to play and stuff like that. So you'll see me kind of make some adjustments. I will say, this team performed a lot better than the team I ran yesterday with Shadow Malamar and Talonflame. So that was the team I ran yesterday. I ended up double shielding here so that I could get the Carbink on the jump left, but I don't remember if I win this or not. Yeah, it gets a little bit funky here for sure, because this Malamar is going to do a good chunk of damage, especially up 2 shields to my 0, so it's not going to be ideal. They do go for the superpower, and I think I just have the Shadow Claw down, but I have to get to 2, right? Yeah, this is going to be pretty bad for his acrobatics. Ends up being aerial ace. Oh, and we win that one. Okay. It's been a long day, as you can see, so I'm not going to remember my first battle. Something to note in my last video as well, as we're going through this, Shadow Pushiana is kind of a crazy Pokemon, but Mighty Yana, I should say, but hey, if you were playing some Spice this week, they're probably having more fun than I am, because they're probably not doing all 100 battles with the Shadow Mighty Yana. But what I will say is, if my last video looked a little bit out of sync, it's because I'm voicing over my footage and I'm re-recording it. So the speed, I guess something related to the speed of the camera and the speed of the actual video doesn't sync up perfectly. So long story short is, I try to sync it up as best I can. Technically speaking, this happens in my regular YouTube videos, but the only difference is that in those videos, ooh, let's see if the Moonblast is enough. I don't think it is here. Yeah, very close game, even with Carbink on what do you call it? Gastrodon. Sorry, I tried trying to say Golisopod, but couldn't. Brain's a little foggy today after 100 battles, as you can imagine. But anyway, so I had to actually like fiddle around with the speed of my video and stuff. I can't really mess around with the speed of the battles. It's already like going blazing fast. So yeah, so I'll do my best to line it up. If it's a little bit out of sync, I apologize, but it shouldn't be too noticeable. I think it gets particularly worse as the footage goes on, but there's no way around it. But like I said, this typically happens in my regular videos too. It's just that my regular videos are never this long, so yeah, that's why I don't actually, you don't see it very often doing all that. All right, take out the Dewgong, or almost take it out. This is a little bit dicey. I should be able to just rock throw down the Dewgong. Yeah. But yeah, this team really solid. If you don't have a Carbink, you could try Bastion, I guess, but Carbink's pretty unique in its coverage and what it does. I mainly really like it because it really shuts down a couple fire types. We will see quite a few. But yeah, in comes the Shadow Drapion. The bulk on the Carbink is really handy. So that's why you should just use it to soak up a bunch of damage, because I can't really tank it on the Golisopod very well. I don't think I've seen the third yet. Okay, it ends up being Jump Bluff. Oh, I remember this game. It actually gets kind of dicey here because they whittle me down way too much with the Aqua Tails, and then now the Jump Bluff could take me out too, which is not a good time. Yeah. And I'm going to try to call the Aerial Ace bait, which it was a bait, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still way too much damage. But yeah, the Glycopod is really nice though. It does incorporate quite a few things. And I pretty much just need 2 strong, reliable answers to ground types. So like Glycopod, which is okay until you face a Diggersby. But it is kind of on the frail side, but it's still, generally speaking, pretty good into ground types. And then the Furt is actually quite good as well. I will say, and we'll see more about this in tomorrow's video too, I was really wrong about Furts. I thought it wasn't good, but it actually is not bad. In a lot of situations, I really like the damage from the Sucker Punch. I thought it was very underwhelming in a lot of neutral matchups, but it's actually not that bad. And look at this too, right? We're able to just Sucker Punch and do a lot of damage to the Nihilate. I still lose this one because I don't have any shields left, but still, the Sucker Punch damage is kind of nice. All right, so we start off with a 2-3, but like I said, a lot of battles to go, so we will get through this and see how it goes. Fantastic catch by my opponent there, but we do have Carbink. So the only downside of Carbink here is that sometimes you get reverse farm down pretty hard, right? If it's like a ground type. For Alligator, it's not a big deal because we could actually grab shields off of it and do some damage. So it's not the end of the world. Oh, and they throw too. Some people just don't know the Carbink counts, I guess, as well, which is nice. And yeah, let's see how this plays out. I throw Aqua Jet just in case they try to go for a catch again. And then this is not too bad for me. Forward, even against Jumpluff, Jumpluff has a hard-hitting acrobatics, but most Pokemon need to throw 2 moves to take you out. Azumarill, Jumpluff, stuff like that. Looks like this person, I thought they were lagging out, but yeah, I think it's just game just acting a little bit slow. I will say, the streak is still alive. I haven't lagged out of any of my games in 200 games. Actually crazy. Actually wild. I don't know if Niantic did something and fixed it, or I've just gotten super lucky this weekend or what. But if that's the case, shout out to you, Niantic. Soon to be Scopely. And if it's not the case, well, then I got lucky, I guess. And I hope everyone else is getting on the luckier side too, here too. Okay, they go for the Rock Tomb. It's a little bit uncomfortable because I'm debuffed, so I have to swap out, which is not great because now they could just farm up to double moves. So kind of in a tough spot. Maybe I should have gone for the double Swift as well. Yeah, because they just have a shield and it's not going to be a good time. They're going to just shield here and just win. Yeah, so a little bit tough, but it's what it is. Still a decent amount of Tinkaton running around. But as you can see, I'm just still trying to like learn the team a bit. You know, Stunfisk is definitely a core breaker for this team. I didn't realize too this was 5-4-5-4. I thought it was just straight 5s, so kind of miscounted a bit. But I think as long as I take this out, my Carbink should be pretty safe in the back, unless they just like core break me in the back with something that beats both of these things. But we'll see. Fighters are pretty annoying. Yeah, speaking of fighters, yeah, I think this is when I realized fighters are kind of annoying for this team in the back end. Because yeah, this Annihilate is going to do way too much damage over time, and you can't just rock throw down. If it was a Shadow Annihilate, maybe, or Shadow Primeape. But that's the main reason why, typically speaking, I'll always swap the Furret eventually, just so that I can get the Glycopod on it and do something. So I don't even see the third Pokemon. Oh wait, I do. Oh, it's a Jumpluff. Yeah, that actually, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have more health. Otherwise, we actually could have potentially won that one too. But you know what Stunfisk, a little bit dicey. I think in hindsight, I would just catch the second move on my Furret and swap in there, and then try to do something afterward. But yeah, I do like the Glycopod for its matchups against those fighters. And again, Carbink, you can just absorb this damage, right? Yeah, it's a fighter, but it's just, yeah, it's not going to do too much here. All right. This gets a little bit not so great. However, we have a 2 shield advantage. And I do pace slightly faster than this Toxapex. So we are going to try to go for farm down, but they're going to swap over, which makes sense. Scorching Sand is just barely going to almost take me out, but not quite. And the good news is, Carbink, even though this is a hard counter matchup, I'm just too bulky. And the Moonblast does a good chunk of damage, and we're able to rock throw down. Yeah. This team is fun. It's not like fast attack pressure oriented all the way throughout, but the Carbink definitely has some remnants of that, but I definitely wouldn't go as far as calling this like some D-Gem Bastiodon Wigglytuff team, right? Some Mudslap Charmer Smackdown team. But it's really just to help, just punish a lot of these safe swap Pokemon like Jumpluff, Typhlosion, sometimes Talonflame, sometimes Dragonite, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that people like kind of just disrespect to assume there's just no rock types in this meta. Because of that, we can really punish them, which is why this team I think has worked so well. All right, this is not the best matchup, but I think I make this close. I don't actually know if I win this or not. Okay, yeah, they end up letting that move go for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I think they just win if they shield there. But okay, well we got 3-2, so we're climbing back up a bit. Shadow or Malmar and Shadow Malmar in general, they get to foul play at the same time you get to the X Scissor. So very few people will stay in, even in the 2 shields, so always go for a catch. The only problem is, it's hard to know exactly what they're going to catch on, because sometimes they catch on something that's, it's better to throw X Scissor on, and sometimes they catch on something that it's better to throw Aqua Jet on. So it just kind of varies. But either way, the Fard is going to take out the Diggersby, and then, ooh, okay, I get the Aqua Jet off. Oh, charge that priority here is massive, actually. I think that wins me the game. Yeah, it should win the game. Iron Head does a huge chunk of damage, so it's not super comfortable, but once you take it out, it's gonna be close, but I don't think one superpower is enough. Yeah. Oh man, close. Almost there. Oh, super close. If it was a Shadow, for sure. Yeah, Thunderfang's Steelix, not the best, but we could just chip it and then swap over, I guess. And just see what we can do here. Again, this is where Fur just really comes in nice. The Sucker Punch damage just ramping up is really, really solid in my opinion. And, the pacing's pretty quick to the body slams as well. This is probably just like ground move. Yeah, it's just Mud Bomb, but it is Shadow. Oh, they got a Bastion on the back. This is, I don't know. Bastion does win this head-to-head, unfortunately. That being said, if I could get a debuff, might be nice. No debuff. They come in with... Oh, interesting. Okay, they throw the move. Yeah, there's just no way I win this after that. I had to, unfortunately, throw the move at the Doug Trio. Maybe I could have swapped in and tried to farm it down a bit. But my timer wasn't up. I was taking way too much Mudslap damage. But maybe the better play is actually to just wait out those few seconds and just take some Mudslap damage and just try to Shadow Claw down. I don't know, they're just gonna get to move afterward, right? So that was a hard one, I think, despite the fact that we won the lead. But okay, Drapion, sometimes you can see I'm just throwing moves in case they're going for catches, but again, it's really hard to tell when they're going for the catch. Right, this is pretty much a hard counter situation, unfortunately. So yeah, I think I survived the Aqua Tail to get the Moon Blast off, which is quite nice, and they let it go. I'm going to throw on Charge Attack priority here. Okay. What are they doing? Alright, I think I just Shadow Claw down here, right? Oh, they should outpace me, I think. Oh yeah, 100%. It's Jumpluff. Yeah, I don't think I can rock through the sound. Sometimes you just don't have enough health on the Carbink. If it had faster pacing, it'd be nice. I know you have the Rock Slide option instead of Power Gem, but Power Gem's just so much better. So I haven't really considered Rock Slide. It got nerfed as well, so even though it's a cheaper move, I don't actually know if I would actually run it. That being said, they come in as Zumro. Zumro's not too bad for me. Fur has play into it. Galisabot resists the bubble damage, but you're throwing only resistant moves at it outside the Shadow Claw. Carbink is not too bad neutrally into it, so there's that. And they come into Lone Sand Slash. I just bring in, the Gliscod, and they're going to quit out. Fellow Local Mine, he said something, I think something happened this game. He messaged me afterward. I think he was like just short on a move or something. Alright, so I go for the catch. And he does throw the crunch. And now we have ourselves the Jumpluff, which I'm not really going to shield. He throws Acrobatics, which is smart because Aerial is not enough to take me out. And now I could just Rock Throw down. Oh, I think it was maybe short on the Jumpluff. I think that's what it was. But now we're going to go for the combo play. He's locked into this matchup. But I don't think I should have shielded there. I should have just Rock Thrown down afterward. I thought, okay, you know what? I could shield and then I could force. Oh, I think he was one short on the Glyce spot. I think that's what it was. I do recall how this one goes. Yeah, he comes in jump love, acrobatics not enough, and then we're gonna throw the power gem. Maybe it was a better call to. No, I think shielding there still would have been better, shielding my Carbink, but I ended up going for the Glyce spot just to force the energy and then rock throw down afterwards. So, all right, against Drapion, I typically try to catch the second crunch. No one really baits Aqua Tail there. But this is actually not that bad for me. So I think I'm going to just, go for a catch here. Skull Bash, which is not ideal, but this should just be a Hydro Cannon. It does take me out. I could Shadow Claw down, though, after, so I have energy. Ignore this X-Scissor. I blinked for a second and thought that X-Scissor was neutral, but it's also resisted and Aqua Jet is a better move, so you should 100% just be throwing Aqua Jet instead of X-Scissor. But yeah, not the cleanest place. This was earlier in the day too, so I wasn't that fatigued. Maybe I was just fatigued from the day before, but I'm fatigued now. Did 100 battles. I had to finish up this video and then I need to wake up early to go to the airport for Portland. So I'm really not sure if I can keep this going when I'm gone for the weekend. I'll try my best. I think honestly getting the battles through even during a regional weekend is not too bad, unless like I'm playing the tournament for a long time. So ways that would happen is if I just get eliminated from winner's side pretty early and I had to battle my way through loser's bracket. That's a pretty grueling process. But if I win all the way throughout, or if I just lose straight out back to back, then I'll have a lot more time. I don't know if it was worth all the money though to plan this trip and competition for Portland just to ooh, that's really bad. I really need to get that power gem off. And they go super power right away too, which is a little unfortunate for me. And yeah, they have another move, so it's over here. Malamar is definitely a little bit dicey for this team if you don't take it out, because it has a lot of play into well, two of the Pokemon. Carbink, it still has decent play, right? It's not even that bad into it. Yeah, I figure most of you don't stay in unless they actually have Hyper Beam, so the fact that they actually went for it is kind of nuts. But yeah, they did go for it, so and this is really good because now we can just Carbink away. I come in for it. They peace out. I appreciate. So some people were saying today, because I was streaming some of my battles earlier too, and oh, sorry, I am wearing pants. It's just that my shorts are riding up on my legs a little bit, just in case anyone's worried. But oh, I remember this game. So I purposely stopped tapping so I could wait out the switch timer, so that the Clodsire doesn't just farm me down. I finally go for a tap, and of course, the game is just frozen on my end, but not on theirs. I'm sure a lot of people have experienced this before, so a little bit unfortunate. It's not my opponent's fault by any means. It's just sometimes if you don't tap, the game just stops, which is why sometimes pausing to go for a catch is like a really unreliable mechanic these days. So yeah, that happened. But anyway, they try to go for a catch or something there and cash it on the back. We still win it. We literally had a Clodsire stuck on a Carbink and farm it almost all the way down, and we're frozen, and we still win that game. I don't know, man. It's pretty neat, if I say so myself. All right, this Claydol doesn't have a lot of places to go. Yeah, I think I miscount here a bit, so it ends up being Aura Wheel, which kind of sucks. But that being said, we're going to just shield up a potential next Aura Wheel, because that's going to do way too much damage. I don't love this play by me. I should have tanked Rock Tomb first, because I wasn't debuffed on my Ferret, right? Alright, so that's actually not great. I go for the Trailblaze. Yeah, I think this one's over, just because I don't have any shields left. I do go for the Body Slam, which they shields. But yeah, this Rock Tomb is going to pretty much take me out. And if it doesn't, I don't think it's Trailblaze enough now that I'm debuffed. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Alright, we still end up going 3-2 that set, I believe. Sorry, the earlier parts of my encounter was a little laggy. It was at least a 3-2, but I'm pretty sure it was just a 3-2. We'll see if my math adds up in the end or not, but I believe it should. But yeah, overall this team is doing a lot better than yesterday's. 3 positive sets, 1 negative set. Just 2 3s and 3 2s, so nothing too crazy. But let me tell you, it's about to get better for sure. You'll see though. All right, Aerials comes through. I knew it was gonna be Aerials, so well, I actually don't even have shield, so there's that. I just need to chip this down as much as I can. And they actually don't shield, which means that now I could just rock throw all the way down. Oh wait, they have the Typhlosion. Yeah, I throw this. Not really sure why I threw it, honestly. It's like maybe 1 extra damage, but I probably should have gone for straight for the rock throws because I don't actually get to know the move. But core breaking a bit there, which is nice. We draw out the fighter, which is exactly what we want to see, and then I think I come in Carbink again to absorb this energy, right? Because this energy is way more annoying for my Golisopod. If they hard counter me in the back, it is what it is. I can't remember what the first lead Pokemon was. It wasn't this, right? I don't know. I think I swap out here now. Or maybe I just throw a move just to get rid of this. I don't know. Okay, oh, it's... Yeah, right. It's Jump Bluff. So I do have to watch out for a potential bait here, but I end up shielding anyway, which is... Oh, wait, they went for the acrobatics. Okay, that's good. That's really good. And then I think I take them out. Yeah, before the... Ooh, it's going to come down to Psywave. Can I survive the Psywave damage? No, I can't. Shout out Malmar, man. It's kind of a pain. Okay, the team switches up a bit. This is mainly because I was scrimming with some stuff I was trying to test out for my tournament this weekend. And I accidentally just locked in this line instead. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll get ourselves a decent lead and then a really good counter swap. This is just going to be a bulldoze right here, so not too concerned. And then I have a ton of energy, so I'm just going to unload it all onto this Malamar. And then they come in Wheezing, actually, which is kind of wild. And then the Furt's going to be in a really good spot. They're debuffed too, right? So this is really not going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, part of me was thinking maybe I should just keep running this team. But I think I might just run it tomorrow. So you have a sneak peek into the team I'm going to run tomorrow. Still a little bit for action. And as you can see, I just accidentally lock it in again. So we have 2 battles back to back without the Carbink. But this team actually looks pretty good too. So we'll see. We'll see if yeah, we'll see if I do it justice or not tomorrow, or if I end up seeing some pretty nasty core breakers and stuff. Obviously a little bit weaker to fire, but not too bad. A lot stronger into Malamar leads. I've been seeing a decent amount of Malamar these days, especially Shadow. They come in with Marowak, they don't shield. I go for another move, they still don't shield. And then now they come with Dustclaws. They're catching everything resisted. Kind of crazy, actually. Okay, I think we're okay though, because we have a ton of energy here. Yeah. I don't even know why I threw that. I thought they were going to throw on right away. Oh, I go for a catch too for some reason. It doesn't even work. This person's just not throwing a move from the Marowak. It's really weird. That being said, I don't think I played that great, but we found the win. We did find the win. All right. They come in Clodsire, which is honestly not that bad of a matchup. And they're running Stone Edge, which means that it's even slower pacing, which is good. And they give up Switch. Oh, boy. They give up Switch, and they spend a shield, and they do not want to see this Carbink. Shadow Charizard makes his return. Don't see that very often. I'm just going to shield up this Gliscod because it's neutral as well, but the play rough hits a lot harder to Gliscod than does the Carbink. So, not too bad. And then I just swap over anticipating the Charizard coming back in, but it actually doesn't. That being said, we're still in a pretty okay spot, I think. Yeah, the Charizard has like no health. All right, we go 4-1. This is where we go on kind of a crazy streak. As a little slight spoiler. But we're on set number 6, 1/4 of the way through the day. As you can see, battling at 3 p.m. here. I was up kind of late last night because not only... So, little behind the scenes, right? When I publish these videos, or when I edit these videos, I have to publish it so I could voice it over, right? The combined footage. So when I do that, with this much footage, it takes about like 40 minutes to an hour to publish it. Actually, a little bit more than that, I think. Then I have to voice it over, which is about another almost 2 hours. And then I have to edit everything and put it together. And then I have to publish again, which is going to take at least another hour. And then I upload it. And then the video processes. And then it goes live. So I'm sure you've probably heard this by now if you listened to my first video. But this week might have not been the best idea I've ever come up with. You know? I'll just put it out there that way. Alright, they come in Lapras, and Lapras could tank Power Gem, but yeah, this is not ideal because they have a lot of energy still banked on the jump bluff. I think if I didn't try so hard to go back and forth and catch, I might be in a better spot. But yeah, at this point too, Acrobat's going to just one-shot me. I need at least 2 X-Scissors, but just couldn't get it. Wigglytuff, not the best matchup for sure, but we're just going to chip it and then swap to the Furret. I do recall, I think, what happens here. I think it's, yeah, they're running double ground and they come in Gashadon, which is kind of wild. Yeah, not what I expected. Oh, wait, I think I know what happens to this set. This is actually not where I start going kind of crazy with it. It actually gets a little bit worse after this, actually. But anyway, we're going to throw... Okay, this is where I make a mistake. I would go for the extra Shadow Claw. I thought that they were just going for the extra Mud Slap, knowing that they lose Charge Attack priority, but no. They don't care. They're just going to throw on Charge Attack priority. This is someone that's just tanking, so... yeah. So if I just do that Aqua Jet, I probably win that game because I could get the Moonblast, right? Because they just waste all their energy. But they didn't do that. Really weird. Sometimes I don't know, I give you a little too much credit because I figured they're not going to throw on Charge Attack priority because I win it. So if I throw right away, they get a Mud Slap through, they're going to shield, then get extra energy, then Mud Slap me down or take me out. Either way, it's going to make my matchup in the back end way harder. So me going for that play, unfortunately, just did not pay off. Yeah, so I overthought it a bit. We'll just double shield this and take out the Primeape. And yeah, Marowak in the back, and this is a lot easier to handle. Bone Club just not enough, and yeah, we end up going 3-2 that set, so not too bad. It wasn't the stretch I thought I went on, but I'll go on kind of a crazy stretch later, I guess, where we do a lot more winning than just 3-2s. But as you can see, 5 out of the 6 sets, positive stuff. As you see, going for the catch. We don't actually end up getting the catch. Not the end of the world. They get to Aqua Tail, which is a little bit uncomfortable, but I get the Body Slam off. And now I just come in Carbink because it's all resisted charge attacks against the Azumarill. I don't know what they have in the back, though. I'm kind of hoping that it's not a Gliscopod counter because Azumarill already kind of beats Gliscopod, so like, why would they just stay in Drapion when they could just swap to Azumarill, right? That's my thought, at least. All right. Now we go for the combo play. Take him out. Hands up for it. It's weird. If I were them, I probably would swap to Azumarill. Because, again, Drapion's my worst matchup for the Gliscopod. So why would you stay in there? It paid off for them. But it just confused me. It befuddled me a bit. Alright, yeah, we end up losing that one. This Gliscopod has 1476 CP, so I figure I win Charge Attack priority, which I do. I might still go for a catch, though. No, they actually swap out themselves. And... Credillia is kind of annoying for this team. I definitely played Credillia kind of weird earlier, but I don't know if it was this or not or some other thing. Yeah, I think it was this one. I should have brought in Furret. 100% should have brought in Furret because now I get this matchup, which is not great. If I come in Furret, maybe... Well, they come back in with Gliscopod, so I guess in the back end, they still kind of hard counter me. This is kind of a stupid play by me. So I do a successful Peekaboo, but what's the point? It's kind of like yesterday when it's like, when you're going for a catch and you shield, what's the point, right, of shielding if you're going for a catch? It's kind of the same thing, right? What's the point of going for the Peekaboo play where I show one Pokemon, then bring the other, and force them to throw the move? Because they were going to throw Rock Tomb against my Furret anyway. So all that did is I lost one turn. You know, I could have got a fast attack through instead when they threw the move, but instead I didn't even do that. Which, I mean, I don't really end up winning either way, I think. But all right, in comes the Diggersby. We get to the Trailblaze and the Scorching Sand at the same exact time, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna farm it all the way down. They have the Malamar. I just come in Carping because I'll have to force him to throw Superpower, which is not too bad. It's not ideal. I think they like farm me down here if I recall. Okay, they don't. That's something. Sludge gonna hurt though. I'm just gonna throw the Power Gem right away. I can't really afford to take any more extra damage. It really just comes down to Psywave and Superpower damage. Oh, that's 100% in KO range. Yeah. Shadow Malamar, man. Kind of a rough one. Oh, I remember this set. Alright, this is against my buddy, my teammates, my podcast co-host, T. Wastel. Looks like he's trying stuff out for the Portland Regional. I actually threw that Trailblaze at bad timing, which, as you can see, actually makes a difference. So, you'll see soon why. So I have a little bit, I don't have enough energy to go for the Trailblaze. Well, was that actually so bad? I think I had the shield because of it. I'm not sure. I think I had the shield. Alright, this Stoner's going to do a ton of damage to me. Unfortunately, I just can't get rid of this Quagsire fast enough. It's just doing way too much. I end up throwing it. I probably could have just thrown a few more. And I don't know. It's pretty bad either way. Yeah, it doesn't matter where I throw there. Yeah, it's the Quacks are just way too strong, especially when shields are down against my team. It was a really smart idea to farm down there. Alright, go for the play rough. I throw the Aqua Jet, they catch. See what I mean? Like sometimes they catch on things that are weak to water, sometimes they catch on things that are weak to X-Scissor, and sometimes even if I'm already throwing the Aqua Jet or already throwing the X-Scissor, they'll still swap to something that's taking neutral damage from it. So it's really hard to predict. I know people are going for those catches, especially because Glyspot paces so quickly. I just don't really know what they're swapping to. Alright, please no ground type. Okay, they come back in Lapras, which is totally a-okay with me. And then they come in Frowgator. I have a Carbink. Let's go and do a good chunk of damage, though. I think they get the double Hydros here. Yeah, I remember this set. You know why? Because I don't win a single battle. Alright, we got 0-5 here. We're still 19 and 16 overall. But we finally hit another negative set. And boy, was that painful negative sets. Yeah. I don't know about this Trailblaze I threw at the Morpeko. I think I probably should have just gone... Oh, no. This was the right call, actually. Because we could farm her all the way down. Not the cost of 2 shields, but hey. My team is super weak to Morpeko today. It was super weak to Morpeko yesterday. And it's going to be weak to Morpeko tomorrow. But we're not weak to Talonflame, at least. So there's that. What was the other thing I said I wasn't going to be weak to yesterday? I'm blanking. It's been a long couple days. Just let me know down below if you remember. It was Morpeko and something else. It wasn't Malamar, I think. Was it Malamar? I don't think it was Malamar. It was Glycopod. That's what it was. We're actually pretty strong to Glycopod. I have a mirror matchup and 2 winning matchups in the back. So, yeah. I addressed that weakness, but you can only cover so many holes, right? Alright. As we continue. Credilli here. Credilli's a little bit annoying for this team, but it's manageable, I think. Carbon kind of just muscles through a bit, even though you're not like in a winning matchup per se. Ferd is not terrible into it. Alright, this person has... Oh, we get the attack drop. That's actually kind of nice. I think this person running Scorching Sand? Yeah. I remember they were running Scorching Sand for some reason. They tried to go for a catch, but unfortunately not able to. And we get the full Shadow Claw down. They knew I had energy, so they had to go for something. Alright, OG Blastoise. Semi-local mine as well, too. First met him actually a little over a year ago when I went to Portland last year. Actually battled. From what he told me on X, this was a really close battle. I don't actually fully recall it, just because there's a lot of battles. But I take his word for it. Alright, we do survive the Sludge Wave, which is kind of nice. And then I throw X-Scissor just in case he try to catch on something. Okay. Oh, what was this in the back? Oh, it was a Furrets. Oh, right. Okay. I tried to go for a catch. Unfortunately, not successful. Oh, I remember this game. I play it poorly because I shield the second Trailblaze, and guess what? He gets a third. So I really should just let the second one go and shield the third because that's way too much damage. At this point, I'm like, I just have to go for fast attacks. I have back-to-back power gem at least, so I'm able to unleash these. And then, oh yeah, that's a super close game. Well played by him. I did not play that so well, especially letting that second Trailblaze through. I think that I just made that game way harder for me than it need to be. Shielding that second Trailblaze. All right. We're going for some more shenanigans here. More Peko comes through. I get the next Swift off, which is kind of big, because now I could just rock through this down. They're on Dark Aura Wheel as well, so it's even better for me. And they don't get to move. So I clear debuffs. I have to potentially call bait here. Unfortunately, ooh. Okay, they went straight for aerials. I thought I miscounted, but it actually wasn't the case. So, not terrible, but this Quagsire is just pretty annoying for me. It's going to be just an Aqua Tail. I don't think there's a way I win this. I don't think it just does enough. Yeah, it just doesn't do enough. Honestly, if I could tell myself right now, just quit out. What are you doing? Yeah, there's no way I get to move there. All right, well played. Okay. That person looked like they're just tanking, so we'll take the 4-1 though. We end up losing 1, but we're getting some of our elo back, 23 and 17. Another tanker, which we'll take. Nighttime Clasher, fantastic battler himself. Yeah, so again, in this situation, I just played the 2 shields. I remember this. He's the only person to actually stay in Malmar the entire time in 2 shields, which I was surprised. But he ends up being kind of weak to Gillespie in the back, which is why. So I'm able to get the Aqua Jet off, which is pretty big. And then I'm able to get to the next Trailblaze before they get to move. Fantastic catch by him. Taking down kind of core breaks me in the back, but honestly, the big kicker here is that like that second Scorching Sand wouldn't be enough to take me out anyway, so I probably should have saw that catch coming. The fact that he didn't even throw the Scorching Sand was a big sign, right? That being said, yeah, this is not great for me. I go for Trailblaze, but he has energy on Tinkerton already. There's no way I take out the Sing Tongue. Yeah, there's just no way. Gets a play rough through too. If I was lucky, he would go Bulldoze, but he's too good of a player to know that he would know that Bulldoze is not enough there. Okay, well, we learned a lesson there, so be more patient and expect the potential catches, because that definitely turned the tide of the game. Again, I'm not really sure if I would win that, because the Tinkerton's really annoying for my backline, but our timers wouldn't be so misaligned, for starters, and then I would have a lot more energy on my to deal with stuff in the back. Alright. Try to catch Aqua Tail. I don't catch it. They didn't throw a Crunch blindly. This footage is just like 3.5 speed, so there's probably more time. When I swapped over, it definitely wasn't a catch. At least not to my knowledge. Alright, this is pretty bad. I need to just rock through the sound, and there's no way I do it. So I'm going to quit out right there. Against Magmar Man. Oh, I played him twice today. I played him later tonight, too. So, yeah, I guess I played him twice. I didn't even realize that. Goes to the Hydro. I throw the Aqua Jet on the Weezing. That was pretty nice because, yeah, I'm sure he wasn't really expecting that. But sometimes people go for these catches, right? So if the move's enough to take it out, sometimes I throw the other move just in case they do go for the catch. Because once in a while they will. I do get a shield, which is very nice. Because now they're 1 shield down. Alright, we're going to go for the Exorcist. I thought he was going to go for a combo play maybe, but doesn't actually end up doing it. Oh, I think I lose him this time around. Let's see. Yeah, I think so, because he has a move, right? Oh, I should have gone for the Sucker Punch there. That was my bad. I didn't go for a Sucker Punch. I should have gone for 1 more Sucker Punch, and I'd probably win there. But because I didn't go for the Sucker Punch, he gets a free bullet see-through without... It's just 3 free turns, right? It's really bad. Alright, we go for a catch here. Standard catch. We do get it. They come in Marowak, which is fine with me. I'm just a little worried they have another ground in the back. That is always a concern. But we'll see. Okay. Do they let it go? They do let it go. Oh. Driplim. I do remember this one. This is a fun one because they can't do too much. Even Icy Wind. It's not going to stop my damage that much. I think they try to go for a catch at some point too. Yeah, but we're going to just throw the Moonblast for good measure. Rock Throw is going to be enough there, so that's why I didn't need to save extra energy. We go 2-3. Not terrible, but it could be better. I think one of those wins was one person tanking, so technically it was like a 1-3, but still 25 and 20 overall. A lot better than how I was looking yesterday at the halfway mark. But we shall continue. Alright, Smarowak. I figure most Road Shield here. And I left with a Trailblaze. I probably should have just thrown it. Because that Rock Slide was not comfortable. So, why did I throw the Trailblaze there? Was I debuffed? I don't think so. I was debuffed defensively, but not attack-wise. Yeah, I try to go for the move. Like, you see, now I'm trying to throw the Trailblaze, and then, like, it just doesn't work out. So, I should just thrown it earlier. But, yeah, that's one thing with Glycopod. Shields down. A lot of Pokemon have, like, Rock moves, Rock Slide, Rock Tomb. So, even though a lot of those things Glycopod's supposed to beat, the frailty of it, the possibility of getting one shot is not ideal. Oh, this is really bad. It's a Clodsire, Feraligatr, and something else. I don't know. This is really, really bad for my Carbink. We get the full Rock Throw down, though. That's actually pretty big. Oh, it's a Serperior. Okay, they did a little too much there. Serperior didn't need to do all that. Like, you could just win that straight up. Going for the catch there just gave me way too much energy, and now I get to the Power Gem. It's actually not enough to take it out, which is crazy, but they just threw Airways. I really thought that was going to be another Frenzy Plant. But yeah, so still super close game, but honestly, I shouldn't have even won that if they just didn't go for the catch there, but happens. I'm sure they learned from it afterward. Hopefully they did. All right, I throw Trailblaze. I could tank this move, no problem. That's why I like Fur a lot. Shall say, but just doesn't have too much play into it. I think I come in Carbink here. Yeah. Oh, this is really good. This Shadow Claw damage just eats up this Jellicent. I have all resistance damage, but having been on the side of things where you're the Jellicent, it is not a fun time. And Jellicent can't really beat Carbink at this health range anyway. They save a shield? Did they save a shield for the... Yeah, they did. I don't know. There's nothing this alone Ninetales can do to the Carbink. I'm surprised they didn't shield Jellicent. I mean, this game was probably over anyway, but... you definitely can't do anything there. Even Charm alone Ninetales is not enough. Pacing is just too slow. Okay. They come in with Cargo. I throw an Aqua Jet. They shield. I bring in the Carbink and I throw. And this surprised me. They shield. It's a very interesting shield. Because now I could just bring in the Glycopod here. And pretty much just take it out. Yeah. It's not good. I'm just going to even just try to farm this out, I think. Oh, yeah, they come Dunsparce, yeah. It was tough. This is kind of a wild team, but at least I recognized it and they were going to forfeit right there. Appreciate them saving me some time, because time is not on my side these days. Time is 100% not on my side. Alright, well, as we're going to continue some of these battles and stuff, let's see how it goes. We get the full Rock Throw down. Always a great feeling when you get that Typhlosion caught in there. And we got the Blastoise. Gonna do some sizable damage. They come in... Yeah, Jump Love, which is fine. Yeah, because they're not going to go Skull Bash here. So I just have to shield a potential Skull Bash and I win. If they go Hydro, they don't have time to go for another Skull Bash. They go for the Skull Bash. Yeah, this is just a Hydro Cannon. So, this matchup's pretty awkward. Ooh, I don't even know if I win this, though. Oh, I do, barely. You have to go for good timing there. You can't give them too many free rollouts, otherwise you lose that. So, we go 4-1. Halfway mark. 29 and 21. Not too bad. Over 50%. Low kicks. I mean, yeah, my team is ABA weak to low kicks, but who's really playing for low kicks, right? Not me. I remember this. They went alignment, and I think they just hard PS me in the back. Yep. And there it is. So we're just going to swap out there and save everyone some time, myself in particular. Okay, we're at the halfway mark. We should come up with something new for today. We should say they should write down in the comments down below what fast attack you want Carping to have. If you can make it the most busted Pokemon or whatever, or maybe you want to make it the worst Pokemon, write something. Because if I just say, oh, say Carping is busted, everyone's going to catch on. They're like, oh, well, they're just saying this because they're. But if you say like, oh, I wish Carping knew the fast attack lock on, then people are like, what? Why? Right? And then someone else might be like, I wish Carping had a karate chop. You know, use your imagination. I'm genuinely curious what people will come up with too. Maybe someone from Niantic is watching. You never know. But maybe they, just because they are doesn't mean they're going to implement whatever people come up with, because my guess is most of the things people come up with won't be the most balanced. All right. Here comes Jump Bluff. I think I get both of these off. This is really good because they lock themselves in. I'm not going to lock myself in. I'm just going to come in slowly with the Carbink, because now I can absorb all this damage and farm up as much as possible. They go for a catch, and I'm just going to come in Glyspod, because at this point too, like, it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to just use this up to take out the Zumro, and then nothing else is that big of a threat against my Carbink. The Drapion pretty much has no energy at this point. Yeah, they double shields. They come in with a move. That's fine. Take me out, but it's just so little damage. It's just too low damage. I don't think the switch timer is even up at this point, so that's good. Oh, they might be coming close to. No, they don't have energy on the Drapion. They threw Aqua Tail. Yeah. So maybe they finish that off. Yeah, that's the power of Carbink. Oh, speaking of Carbink, fellow person of culture right there. Also running the Carbink. Alright, they go Frenzy Plants. I'm going to really try to fight for switch advantage here, which is kind of hard to do. We are going to try to do it. I'm going to just keep throwing on Charge Attack Priority. I'm not going to go for a crazy catch or anything, because I don't want the Carbink locked into my Glycopod. That being said, we farm it down. And, oh boy. I swap, you swap. Maybe not the best idea, because I think if they just stay in Carbink there, they win this game, right? But I think they panic swapped. I don't know. That being said, that's pretty good for us. And now I'm just going to try to get to Aqua Jets. Oh, Power Gem does come through. Dude, Glycopod being able to tank a Power Gem is kind of crazy. I did not expect that, but that did help me win the game. So good to know. I don't know how often you're going to see an opposing Glycopod, or Carbink, I should say, with this team. But if you do, now you know. The damage is actually not too bad. You can survive at full health, but if you take any extra rock throws, then definitely not the case. Alright, I'm just going to play out the 2 shields here, because I just want to get rid of this thing and try to fight for switch advantage. Oh, that's bad. But they don't shield. Because they didn't shield, I could rock throw this down, and it's amazing. And they have a Talonflame. And we catch. I knew they weren't going to go Brave Bird there, so it worked out perfectly. Yeah. So we go another 4-1. This is the string of victories I was telling about. We're 33 and 22 now. Another 4-1, back-to-back 4-1 sets. You know that's a good feeling if you've ever had those. Even better if you have back-to-back 5-0 sets. But hey, we can't get too picky on Go Battle Week. This is what I like for it a lot. The pacing's fast. You could boost yourself up. Like, you could dictate the matchup really, really well, right? So, and he do a good chunk of damage to, like, a lot of things, right? Even against Tinkaton, it's not that bad. Yeah. I can't believe I'm saying it, but for her, it's actually legit. It's very, very legit. This is not ideal because I'm down shields, but at the same time, most of these Claydol are not running Scorching Sand, so they don't have super effective damage to throw at my Carbink. So I can honestly just throw a Moonblast and I'll be okay. They go for the catch, which is not going to work out for them. And now I'm going to just Rock Throw all the way down. I go for the extra Rock Throw because I don't want Charge Attack Priority, so if they have to move, they have to move. Otherwise, I'm going to get that Rock Throw damage, guaranteed damage at least. Those are always nice. See what I mean? Like, some people are saying, hey, you running Carbink on Go Battle Week? Like, didn't you say you had limited time? But sometimes when you face people like that, you actually end up saving time because of the Carbink. So, Me personally, I think it's not too bad. Also, the rest of my team isn't that bulky, so I'm not like timing out or doing anything weird, right? It's just, yeah, the Carping just kind of a damage sponge, if you will. All right, they come Annihilate. Fantastic. Always good to draw the Annihilate out because it's kind of a pain to deal with the backline. They end up shielding. I'm going to shield. I almost get the Shadow Call down, but that's fine because we're in an okay spot. I haven't seen the third yet. Dewgong does come in though, so kind of good sign. Wait, what's the Jump Love? Did I not see it? Oh no, that was the last Pokemon. Yeah, right. Wait, what was that? I don't know what happened there. I don't know. These battles are going by a little bit fast for obvious reasons because there's 100 battles, so I'm losing track a little bit myself. But don't get the successful catch, but we do bait out the Annihilate, which is good because now we can finish it off with a Glyspot. And I throw the Aqua Jets. They throw probably a Crunch. I try to go for a catch, not able to. Yeah, they have a Marowak in the back. This game's over. Like, the only way I win this is if I land a Moonblast and they don't. Well, they didn't shield, but either way, I still end up losing there. That's a hard one, but you know, anytime you face the ground like that, they're up a shield. Not a good time. All right, I had to watch out for again the Skull Bash, but if it's not Skull Bash, it's not too bad. They come in Jump Love, and you know the drill. We just farmed this all the way down. Funny enough, I didn't face any Jump Love today running Energy Ball, which is definitely on the more rare side, but I saw a couple yesterday. I didn't see any today, and against this team, you definitely want the Energy Ball. All right, this guy just doesn't shield when I had a Moonblast, which is kind of nuts, because the game was just over if that's the case, but either way, we still do this, and this is actually really good for me, because they end up shielding, and I can Sucker Punch down. Furt, man! I misjudged you. And we go another 4-1 set. I'm telling you, this is the stretch where I was really feeling it. I started out today at 2,900 something. Like high 2,900s. But 2,900 something. 2,968? I'm at 3,100s now. Getting all our elo back that we lost yesterday, which is fantastic. Alright, that's not enough to take me out. Oh, I remember this game. I shouldn't have gone for Trailblaze. I should have gone Body Slam here. Oh, wait. No, this is a different game. That was a different game. Okay. Anyway. Well, there's that. I have the Aqua Jet, so I'm just going to throw it. Gotta watch out for potential play rough. They end up just coming in, back in with Dewgong, so this gives me the opportunity to farm down, which is nice. Because now this really shores up the backhand matchup, right? I can tank 2 drill runs, no problem. Yeah, I'm just going to throw the Moonblast. Going to do a sizable amount of damage. Yeah, and I just go for the combo play at this point. I don't want to give them too much energy. If they really have been moving through it, like, I could just shield and I would charge that priority afterward. Him on top. That's a wild choice, but they did it. So, there's that. I get the Body Slam off, or Swift off, before they get the move off, which is good, because now I know I can just maintain switch advantage, no problem. I have to shield the potential Stone Edge, but I think this typically runs close combat and Stone Edge. So it's really hard to bait here, because if you have to bait with the close combat, which is kind of not ideal. All right, they have 1 Pokemon left. It's a Manabuzz, and I think they got really upset and they just quit out the app. So luckily we're on 3.5 speed, but this did waste a decent amount of my time. Look, I'm not saying this is exactly what they did. It would kind of seem like it, because it's right when the Manabuzz showed up and they saw the Carping. Just don't waste people's time like that. Come on now. Like, it's Go Battle Week. Do we really have time to do that stuff? Like, I get it on like a regular day, whatever. You have 20 battles. Sure, you want to throw a tantrum, you can. But for me, I just never get the people that just close out their app. That's what happens, though. People just essentially, they force close their app. And then because of that, it just takes forever every time you throw a charge attack to load. There's a possibility that the game legitimately just froze up. But given the timing of it, I don't know. Alright, we have a bunch of energy. I'm down to shield. They didn't shield. This is a really weird choice. They didn't shield the Claydol. And I just rock throw it down. Like, you can't get to 2 Earthquakes in time. There's just no way. I'm really surprised they didn't shield the Claydol, though. I had a lot of energy, but I think they are able to take me out for sure. If they take me out there, do a couple Mud Slaps, throw an Earthquake, they probably win that game. Yeah, I just don't know why they didn't. But I don't know. I mean, to be fair, you don't see carping that often. This was the time I think I should have thrown body slam. Yeah, because I don't get to body slam here. They shield. I remember this being crucial in the end game. They have a lot of energy. They go back-to-back rock slides too. Yeah, this is particularly bad because they have a shield advantage. Toxapex. So that is not ideal. Toxapex is also decent into carping. It's one of the bulkier matchups where carping doesn't really outbulk, mostly because they're throwing super effective brine. I had to watch out for potential catch. We throw the Aqua Jets. Yeah, they have Sludge Wave. Again, I think if they had less health, if I landed that body slam earlier, maybe I could have Shadow Called that down. Because they didn't have energy on the Marowak at that point. And then I could win off of that. It's hard to say. But I think me going for the Trailblaze at that moment was not the right call because they were 100% going to shield it. Yeah, I just remember that battle very vividly for whatever reason. There was only 100 battles that I somehow remember a good chunk of them still. But I mean, I guess it's been less than 24 hours. Speaking of 24 hours, it is the third day of Go Battle Week has just gone live, for me at least. I'm not going to start playing my battles until like before the playing route, I guess. But all right, I end up not doing the Trailblaze, which maybe I should have. But I end up getting a little bit extra energy on the Glycopod. Does it actually matter? Maybe. We'll see. So the Aqua Jets. I don't know if it actually matters or not. I don't know. Either way, we still win it. But another 4-1. I'm telling you, this is when I was really feeling it. 3186. Let's go. That's 200 points that I've gained. Over 200 points since yesterday. I mean, obviously it took me 13 sets to get there, but still, hey, I'll take it. Especially with the 05 set in the middle of that. Let's see how positive we went. 1, 2... Only 3 negative sets in the first 10 battles, and then none so far. That's kind of wild. Look at my total record, 41 and 24. I'm telling you, if I don't see a bunch of carping tomorrow in Go Battle Week, people are not watching the video, which I get because people who's watching this long video. I'll have another call out later too, just so okay, they're just gonna quit out there too, which is fine. Glycopod. This is pretty good because my Glycopod's pretty strong into this entire matchup. I had to show potential Skull Bash, and they let it go. That's good. All right. And then in comes Typhlosion, which, unfortunate for them, it's going to be kind of tough because now I hard counter them in the back. Yeah. So yeah, one of those matchups where unfortunately we just hard counter, but again, how many people are really running carping? So there's that. ABA Week 2 Glycopod also makes it a little bit tougher. This is Silent Beast, actually. Yeah, really good player. But this team is built to counter the backline Typhlosions. They don't throw the crunch, so they're going to overfarm a bit. They might go for a catch here. Oh, I remember this game. So for once, this kind of bites me because they also go for the swap. They don't go for the crunch. And because of that, I don't get the matchup I want. What I really want is Carbink on this jump bluff. And unfortunately, they don't get that. I'm a little worried too, because now I don't have alignment, and Carbink could be in a bad spot. Let's see though. Oh wait, yeah, I think they had a Claydol on the back, right? Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. Alright, for it into Shadow Typhlosion. It's not the worst of matchups, but alright, yeah, they come in jump left now. They throw Aerial Ace, which is not enough to take me out. But I don't actually get 2 Swifts off, I just get 1. A little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Not running Energy Ball, which is good. I'm able to get the full Rock Throw down. That's always good. And then they have a Lapras, and they have the Typhlosion, and we're just going to shield. I don't want to take the Incinerate damage, so that's why I'm only throwing 1 Shadow Call there. And then now, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. I think I survived this Aqua. Oh, they're going to Skull Bash. Yeah, the non-Shadow definitely doesn't take me out here. Oh, no, it does. Sparkling Arrow does more damage than I thought. Alright, well, it's a 3-2. Almost another 4-1, but the endgame, unfortunately, was not in my favor. Maybe I should have taken the Incinerate damage there, because I get an extra Shadow Claw through, which means that I might be able to get to one more move against Lapras. I mean, Sparkling Aria is enough to take me out anyway, right? Yeah, Sparkling Aria is it's just Surf but upgraded, Surf on semi-steroids, so a lot better. Then that's why no Lapras runs Surf these days, because Sparkling Aria is just a better version of Surf. I think the same energy, but just does more damage. So yeah, why wouldn't you run it? All right, this is so bad, so bad. My hardest counter to Carbink. I think I remember what happens to the set, but I could be misremembering. They have Sludge Bomb, and I had to pretty much just tank it because they have energy on the back. But yeah, that's not going to happen. I think these were battles I played on stream. No. I played the last 5 battles on stream, actually. 5 sets on stream. Or sorry, 4 out of the last 5. I used to play the last one off stream, but okay. In comes the Glycopod. I'm going to come in with the Ferrets. And we're going to throw Trailblaze. Oh, not enough to take out the Ticketong here. Alright, let's see what happens. The in comes the Play Rough. We're going to throw Aqua Jet. And then I'm going to throw X Scissor. Okay. We get to another one. Oh, this is pretty bad because they farm me all the way down. We saw before how much Sparkling Aria does. It is not the best of time for the Carbink. I will say that. Yeah, it's a little too much damage, I think. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it out. Almost there. We're facing Arrow. Actually, no, I guess this was... No, I did play these on stream, actually. I do recall. I was playing these on stream. Okay. More Pekko. Huge pain. He's not even baiting me here, and it's still just going to just blow up my Ferret. Throws another Aura Wheel. He is triple boosted. This Psychic Fang's going to hurt. I think it just throws our Aura Wheel, actually, yeah. This is pretty rough. Because Azumarill just going to wall off this energy, too. So, that's not ideal. We haven't even seen their third Pokemon yet. But I just didn't want to get farmed down. But I think it's a little too late for that anyway. Yep, and we're just going to quit out. So, there's that. Here comes a Bastiodon. Not great. I'm really going to try to fight for Switch Advantage here. Oh, I remember this game very vividly. We grab a shield. I tried to grab a shield from them. They went straight Swift, which is good because I'm not debuff. But they just double shield. So that's really bad. My whole plan here is I get to double Aqua Jet so that I could throw one at the Bastiodon. Because then I could do something to it. Because the Carpink's not amazing into it. In comes the Bastiodon. Of course, they're going to take me out. They have Superior. We're going to quit out. Super RPS team that's triple weak to Clodsire. I think they just quit out whenever they see a Clodsire. I mean, it's not bad on the Superior, I guess. If they're running Sludge Bomb, it's really, really bad, but it's playable. But yeah, everything else is just super hard RPS there. Hey, I get it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. All right. We have the Diggersby, and I figured it wasn't going to be enough to take me out, so I should be able to get to one Aqua Jet. Yeah, even Shadow Diggersby, not quite enough, which is good for me. But, that double ground. All right, we go 0-5 again. We barely go negative, but when we do, it's bad. I've gone 1, 2, 3, and 2 0-5s. Those 0-5s are brutal. But honestly, though, in perspective, going only negative 3 times in 15 sets is actually pretty solid. Right? No, sorry. I missed another 2, 3. Okay, so I went negative 4 times. 4 out of 15? Not bad, considering the string of 4 1s, too. Yeah, we had 6 4-1 sets so far. I'll take it. It's definitely better than yesterday, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It's kind of like ebbing and flowing a bit. Oh, they catch it on the Malamar. Okay, that's fine, though. Yeah, this game's over. We get the rematch against Magmar Man. If I recall, he had a Shadow Glaring Weezing and a Credillia in the back. This did happen when I was playing on my live stream. So, He goes for the catch again. He catches the Aqua Jet yet again on to the Galarian Weezing. He has the back-to-back Sludge though, so there's that. I completely didn't even realize I played him earlier that day, so I did not remember his team at all. I'm going to throw the Moonblast on bad timing. That is what it is. He does go for the Grass Knot here, if I recall correctly. Yep. And then we get to the X-Scissor. And we grab a Shield. It's important that I swap out there because that way I could clear my debuffs. Now I'm going to Shield a Rock Tomb. And we're going to go for the Trailblaze. I should have gone for another Trailblaze because this actually is not enough to get out. And then he accidentally swaps in Frogger. Is what he told me when he came back into my chat. I was just like, why didn't you just throw the Rock Tomb and then just throw the Hydro Cannon? Because you wouldn't charge that priority, right? But yeah, he misclicked. So very unfortunate for him. But I'll take it for me. I'm sure he's not going to do that again, the rematch. But honestly, if I face him again this week, I probably will not be running this team. All right, they come in Lapras. I'm going to just rock throw this down a bit. I don't think they could side with me down, right? Can they? Oh, they 100% can. I don't know why they didn't though. Okay, well we have the X-Scissor loaded, which is good. Great. Shield up. Oh, that's so bad for me. I would shield up the superpower, but yeah, that's really bad for me. And they have Diggersby, yeah. So I honestly had a decent backline matchup into them, but they honestly just played around with their energy much better than I did. All right, Ice Beam comes through. Come in Clodsire. This is not ideal for me. I'm going to try to see if I can flip switch. But again, Carpink's not like the best here. They have Sludge Bomb, so that's good to know. So they don't have anything that can one-shot my Golisopod. They actually give up switch advantage though, which is really nice. And I get the Trailblaze off. And we get a shield. And I get a Swift. Some good value right here. Because now I can absorb all this energy onto the Carpink. And honestly, at the end of the day, if they have something that's like weak to Carpink in the back, I still have a lot of play into whatever it is. Because I still have the Carpink alive, right? And pretty healthy. Oh, yeah, I remember this game. So I played this game on stream, actually. And I think my screen recording actually crashed. So I had to rip this from my stream. So if the quality is a little bit lower than my other battles, that's why. I just like screen recorded it again from my stream. But yeah, we ended up winning this one just because we're just ahead on energy and stuff. There's not much they could do. Okay, I think this is the final battle of this set. It is going to be a Shadow Superior. Oh, and they catch on to their Pidgeot, but that's not going to be a good time for them. Because... oh, I blind throw this into Unova Stunfisk, so that's really bad. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Because the Superior... yeah, because I could have waited for a turn if I really was worried about the Frenzy Plane. I know they were at the Frenzy Plane, essentially. Or they're one away, I think. So that's not good. That being said, we're going to shield this up. Ends up being Aerial Ace. I don't know. Do I still win this game? Okay, they let that go. I think I do, right? These Mud Bombs aren't doing anything. So it's kind of good for me. Oh yeah, and then I just won Charge Attack priority here. So it's actually not too bad. Yeah, I don't think there's any ways superior. I don't even think they had enough energy. Yeah, they don't want Charge Attack right there. So even though I threw a Power Gem at a Unova Stunfisk, it didn't work out, so it wasn't too bad. So, but yeah, don't blind throw so often. Sometimes it's necessary, but I think in that situation it wasn't. I still had I still had one shield. I guess I didn't want to spend the one shield, but I could just paused. All right, this person comes in Typhlosion into my, and then I come in Carbink, and that's going to be a fantastic time for me. We do get the Moonblast off onto Diggersby, which is also quite good. I go in with the Golisopod. I just want to clear, or I just want to get out that matchup as soon as possible. They have Fire Punch, so that's actually not too bad. And then we have the Aqua Jets. They're going to shield that up. I still have the Fur in the back. So that's really good. And then we go for a catch here, which is fantastic. And it's not enough to take me out. So we still get a Moonblast off. Talk about value there. Talk about how much value we got there with the Carbink. All right. This person is running Leaf Tornado, which threw me off. quite a bit. But now we know that at least they could just go only Leaf Tornado or Frenzy Plants. And then Fantastic Catch onto the Jump Bluff, but that does get my Carbink onto it. And this makes it a little bit harder for them now. ABA Grass is kind of wild. I think they came into my YouTube live stream afterward, and I was just asking, I was like, what do you do for fire leads? And they were just like, oh, you just try to force it in with the Jump Bluff and then finish off with the Primeape. But Primeape down shields into a Carbink is not going to be a good time. All right, Shadow or Greninja. It's kind of annoying. Fantastic catch actually by them too. They must have paused there because otherwise they shouldn't have been able to even catch there. They go straight for the Brave Bird to avoid me having too much energy, which is fair. Get the Power Gem off, which is something. And we grab a shield too. And then in comes... I was trying to go for a combo play, but they come in with a Toxapex. Not ideal. But I think we're going to just absorb all this energy with the Carbink. So, yeah. I pivoted out there. I wasn't going for a combo play. I was just pivoting out. Now they come in Greninja, and luckily I do shield. So that's pretty good. And then I think I go for the Sucker Punch down. Is that what I do? No, not quite. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we end up losing. Greninja's a little bit annoying. I think Greninja was pretty bad into my team yesterday too. It's still pretty strong to my team today. I kind of want to give it a try, but I feel like it's a lot harder to play than it looks, right? And you get walled off by Azumarill, which we still see plenty of. I don't know. It is really good into my team though, so there's that. All right, in comes a Lapras. We're going to pivot out here just because, yeah, I have the Carbink in the back. I'm not going to shield these. Just going to throw the X-Scissor and take them out. And then they have the Grumpig. And this is actually pretty bad. I thought this matchup wasn't that bad, but it's actually pretty bad. Because the side wave damage adds up quite a bit. And I just pace way too slow on Carbink. I mean, Carbink's not known for its fast pacing, right? So there is that. And unfortunately, I just don't have enough health on anything else. So we do take the loss on there. But first Grumpig, I think we've seen all day. Yeah, I don't think I've seen too much Grumpig. I mean, it is a little bit hard to use in this meta, but... Alright, in comes a Lapras. I'm not going to shield this because there's a Malmar waiting for me. And they probably just throw right away. Yeah, they throw pretty soon. They come in Carbink. I think this person... I think they superpower me. I probably should have shielded the superpower. They come in with a Weezing, though. And this is where it gets a little bit dicey. They have Brutal Swing, and this pacing is kind of crap fast. I thought it was like... I honestly thought it was, what do you call it? 5-4, 5-4, but just straight 4s. So it messed up my counting a bit, and at this point in time, I knew that I could only fast stack down if I wanted to win. They go for a superpower, and the Side Wave just takes me out. So a little bit unfortunate. Close one, but I think I could have played it a little bit better myself, too. So we do go 2-3, going against Cheese Girl here. Fellow patron of mine, really good player too. And yeah, unfortunate because there's no way I flip switch here, right? Because it's Furred onto Furred, but I have lower health. Like, it's just not going to be a good time. I do get the Aqua Jet off, and then I do get the catch, but this is Superior in the back. And the Superior is pretty good into the Carbink. They go for the shield. It's a really safe shield. Because he could just farm down, essentially, at that point. Even if I go for the Power Gem, right? Oh. And the catch onto the Talonflame to boot. I think that might have been winnable if the catch didn't happen. I don't know. I was going to farm up to 2 moves, but then... Yeah, because the Fur didn't have energy. So I could always farm up to another move again into the Fur. Because the Fur's energy dry, right? I don't know. I tried to go for the catch play again. Doesn't quite happen. And then we have back-to-back Swift. It's going to do a good chunk of damage. End up being get hit by Acrobatics, which is not ideal. I flip switch. That's something. That's something. I think there's what? Drapion with a little bit of health. It has energy, though. It has a crunch worth of energy, so that's not ideal. Yeah, anytime they have shield advantage, I find that it's a little bit harder to play this team. But we go for the combo play. which is good. I don't shield. Why do I shield? Because they have energy? I just have to rock throw down now. Oh, I remember. I need that rock throw to take him out because they have the double aqua tail. One away. If I take them, if I take them out with that rock throw, then we're in a much better spot. All right. Elmo's Innocence. I know this guy. He throws what I believe is an aerial ace. I think I thought it was an aerial ace at the time too, but I shield anyway. And then now I'm like thinking, okay, there's no way it's acrobatics, and I miscounted there, and it was. Not the best play on my end, I gotta say. Probably shouldn't have shielded the second one and then just shield the third, right? And then we win switch there. But that being said, this is not the worst for me. Unfortunately, I just don't have shield advantage. So these Hydro Cannons, they're gonna hurt. Yeah, we don't even see the third Pokemon. My guess is, oh, it was a Glyspot. Oh, we see it in the very end. Yeah, dude, I would have plenty of play in the back. I mean, they probably have Skull Bash, Blastoise, so it's actually still pretty hard because then they boost themselves into my Glyspod, so it's not a great spot to be in. All right, they catch here onto Fortress. I just let them take me out. It's not going to matter too much. I do miss out on a little bit of Swift damage there. We shield with the Earthquake. And it's going to take them too long. Ooh, there's no way I win this. They have a shield advantage and a Claydol in the back. So this set's not going so well, as you can see. Obviously, like, my Elo's on the higher end here, so some of the players I'm facing are probably better than some of the other ones lower down, but everyone around this range is probably comparable. So I think it's honestly just I'm not playing as well in some of these. I mean, it is 9 p.m., so I've been playing all day. So you can expect the fatigue probably hitting me a bit. Just a bit. Just a tad bit. All right. Sparkling Aria is dropped. And we're just going to Sucker Punch and throw a Swift. They have the Jump Bluff. And I'm going to come in Carbink. They have the Malamar. Ooh, I shield the potential bait. Oh, I remember this. Because I shield the bait, it's over. I need to let that move go. And then just roll, smack, or rock throw all the way down afterward. Yeah, we just don't have enough. I should have just let that first one go, honestly. It was probably the right call. We go 0-5 again. Okay, the negative sets are negative. No 5-0 sets, but 3-0-5 sets. How many negative sets are that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 18, though, is not bad. It does end up at a 50-40 spread in terms of the actual points gained. This is pretty good, though. We end up throwing the Aqua Jet into the Corviknight. I kind of make a mistake here. It's actually probably better for me to come in Fur into the Corviknight. Dude, this double super effective Iron Head is no joke. It is no joke. All right, we end up taking this out, but I should have just came in. Ooh, that's also really bad. Oh, well, I catch a superpower at least. But yeah, if I had a Carbink in the back for this, I would have been fine, right? Shields down completely. We take this out, but we just get Sidewave down. Yeah, unfortunate. But something to know for next time. All right, going to get the damage transfer with over to the Furret. This feels like I'm playing the same person from earlier, but I don't think so. Why is there so many Fortress in this set? I don't know. Anyway, we're able to flip Switch advantage here because they don't shield all these Swift, and so now I can actually Sucker Punch down. And I get some extra chip damage, which is nice. I'm hoping that they're pretty weak to Carbink in the back. But I don't know. It's a possibility. I think I remember at the time I was thinking it's got to be at least a water type. Oh, it ends up being Dragonite. Yeah, it's a tough one. Alright, well, flipping Switch there turned out to be pretty useful. I can see why they didn't really care for Switch advantage, I guess, at that point. Because Dragonite doesn't really appreciate Glyspot damage, even though it's resisted. Alright, this person goes Trailblaze in this mirror matchup, which I just don't think is the play, because now they're just going to lose Switch advantage. So I'm not really sure what the deal is, but yeah, because they can't win Switch advantage now. I just shields, and I win Switch off of this. And we both burn both shields. And then now, they have to take that, and then they come in, yeah, they come in Detox Pex, which is fine. Our timers are definitely misaligned a bit, but again, it's just one of those situations where they have only like smack mud slap, right? They can't like throw energy there, and then yeah, we have to move things, so we're in a good spot. And then we throw the power gem to close it out. All right, getting some wins to set, some losses here or there. Oh boy, we do love to see that. I think my plan here is to try to pivot out, but I don't think I have enough time. They played it well by not by just coming in right away, and then I get the power gem off, which is kind of big. Yeah, I come in Glycopod. Oh no, I come in Furret actually. I remember because I wanted to soak up the damage. Yeah, and because I had energy banked too, it's really good. And they just quit out there, which understandable given the matchup they have. I just outpaced with that energy lead I had. Okay. Tinkaton. Not too bad. I ended up catching some of this energy on my Furret, just because I kind of want to save the Glycopod in case I need it for later. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say based on what they might have in the back. But we're going to let this go. I know they have energy on the Tinkaton, so I don't really want to go down shields. I have no idea what they have as a third. Okay, they come in with a Tinkaton, which is fine with me. I just take it out now, because now they're locked into whatever that comes in next. Ends up being the Zumro again, which is kind of weird. And then ends up being a Feraligatr, so... Yo, this was a kind of a weird one. They don't throw their energy. I'm not sure why, but I think after the second one went through, they just kind of gave up. But we do go 4-1 again, so our 4-1 streaks are back and forth. I love how we're going 0-5, and then we follow every 0-5 is followed by a 4-1. And if the pattern continues, the next set will either be a 3-2 or a 2-3. What do you think it is? Let me know down below. Well, by the time you watch for another like 10 minutes, you'll probably know. I will say, it does end up being one of those two. Let me come up with something else. Okay. I want you to write down below why cats are superior to dogs. And if you're a dog person, why dogs are superior to cats. If you watched up to this point. People are going to be so confused that they actually read the comments. But I want you to write it down exactly why. And if you don't like either of those two, or you hate them equally, then tell me why. One of my previous bosses for a previous job, she grew up in, I don't know, she didn't grow up in Jamaica. Oh, she did. She spent some time there, but her family's Jamaican as well. And they don't really do pets there. Like, they just have like dogs and cats like out in the wild and stuff. And so she didn't like pets at all. It was, we had an icebreaker for work, and it was like, oh, if your dog person stand on this side of the room, if your cat person stand on this side of the room. So initially, you know, the group's kind of divided. Everyone's just like looking at each other like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you like dogs, I can't believe you like cats. And then we see my supervisor Courtney standing in the middle of the room, and she's like, I'm like, Courtney, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I don't really like either. And I was like, oh boy. Then everyone just turned towards her, right? They're like, oh, like, if I'm a cat person, like, screw the dog people. Like, how do you not like pets in general, right? Like, but I get it. It ends up being cultural for her, which is fair. All right, we're going to play out the 2 shields here. Let's see if they go for a catch or not. They do go for a catch. It's on a card bank. Again, see what I mean? Like, sometimes they catch on resistance, sometimes they don't. So it kind of varies. Oh, I remember this game. It doesn't go so well. Let's just put it that way. They do a weird play here. They let me take them out because they're ahead on energy. Why would they do that for this? This is brutal. What do I do here? Because I have no health on the Glycopod, and they have energy on this. Like, there's just no way I even take out the Venusaur, let alone the Malamar in the end. Yeah, it was a really smart play by them. I was confused at first, but it made a lot of sense, honestly. It made a lot of sense. Smart play. I wasn't sure if they lagged or just like weren't confident that the power gem was enough. I was super confused for a second until I saw the Venusaur and I just froze up. Like, if I swap in, I don't think letting them farm me down is the right play, but I literally just froze up and was like, I don't know how I win this now. I have no energy and no health on Glycopod. I come in for it. They throw a Frenzy Plant. They throw a superpower. I'm done for. Like, there was just no way I win that game the moment they did that play. It was a very smart play. Okay, they have a Steel Wing Skarmory, which is fine with me because for it, again, it's really strong. I was able to muscle through a Steel Wing Skarmory with only resisted charge attacks. I noticed how strong it was when I saw that against the Corviknights. And just like a Skarmory, just like Corviknight Skarmory, you can do that too. And the pacing on Skarmory is even slower, I think. I don't know, it's not fast, but Nickit is actually pretty tough to deal with because I don't know, it's kind of like Morpeko. A lot of the dark types, you have resistive fast attacks on both fronts in your first Pokemon and your safe swap Pokemon, so you're in kind of a bad matchup throughout. They let that go though. Oh boy. Okay, this is kind of tricky. So I get to the Body Slam, give them a little bit of energy. They don't shield it, which is kind of good for me. So I need to rock throw this down. It's gonna be kind of hard. And unfortunately, Golurk ain't hot garbage no more. It took me out. All right, so we do go 2-3, and that's how we end it on the day. 56 and 44, which equals a 56% win rate, obviously, because 56 out of 100 battles. And as you can see, I did a lot better today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negative sets. 3 of them, unfortunately, were 05s. But 7 negative sets, 13 positive sets, a lot of 4-1s as well. This team was really good, so give it a shot yourself if you like. But that's going to wrap it up for me on day number 2 of Go Battle Week. How long can I keep this insanity up? I have no idea. I don't know if anyone in the history of Pokemon Go has ever done this challenge where they play all 700 battles for 7 days straight, because a lot of times it's not even for a full week. But even if anyone has, I'm almost positive not a single person has documented all 100 battles and uploaded them to YouTube videos every single day for the week. So I'm about to be the first. And if anyone's watching and wants to try them yourself, trust me, you don't want to be the seconds. I'm just telling you right there. But I hope you all appreciate the content. Leave me comments down below if you have any questions. And best of luck on your climb. And for any of those that will be at Portland Regional, I'll see you all at Portland tomorrow. Anyway. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see how long I keep this up. But until then, peace out.